to episode 153 of our Stardust DNA chart with your host, Chapeau Claudette, aka Claudette. I hope you are having a wonderful 15th of February. We are at the end of the constellation of Capricorn, and the sun will be aligned and crossing into Aquarius later tonight after the full moon, more like on the 16th, which is the official new year in the Chinese calendar, which goes by 13 moons. And the new year doesn't start on a number like January 1st. It starts on the new moon. So it's like a new year and a new moon. And this month, which only happens, I think, every 18 years, I hope I'm correct, that we had only new moons in February, no full moon. So only new starts. So why I'm here to continue why I love astronomy part 2 is because I want to show you the magic of the mathematical calculations. What we'll be looking at today is the horoscope of Carl Sagan and Maxwell Loughan, which is a young physicist. Let's look at him first, and I can tell you more about him. Now, he's just 13 years old, inventor, has dreams to challenge the world. He invented a $14 free energy device. His heroes are Tesla and Albert Einstein. And I tell you that because he actually has a connection, not that he would know it, astronomically with Tesla. Now, this is Tesla's chart at the time that we know he was born, but of course, because we don't know for sure, personal planets and fast-moving planets will change the degree that they're at. So I can't be 100% sure about that. But the fact that Neptune, which moves very slowly, like it takes 84 years to go through the whole constellation spaces aligned, it is definitely at this point for the whole entire day that Tesla was born on the 10th of July, 1856. And he was born with the planet Neptune at 0 degrees Pisces. Now, Neptune is part of the Pisces energy as well, but it's been known that any planet that is at the cusp or exactly at 0 has a special meaning. Now, like I said, I'm an observer. I don't know exactly what that meaning is. I am here to witness the mathematical magic that it is. So here we have 0 degrees Neptune in Tesla's birthday in 1856. What we have here is Max's birthday, and of course we have, he's born in 2002, and people were more correct with the birth time, and his birth time here is known for sure at 14 hours 2 p.m. in San Francisco, and he was born when the moon was at 0 degrees Pisces. Now, that is special because the moon moves 1 degree every 2 hours. Okay, so more or less, they're not going to get his birth date off for 2 hours, but that point in the sky is exactly the same point where his hero, somebody he looked up to, Neptune was. And Neptune is a very psychic energy. Tesla was known to say that he thought up, he dreamt a lot of what he manifested. So that is what I find amazing about that. And if you look at other ways of calculating natal charts, you will find that you won't be able to make these connections. The next thing I want to show you, because also Carl Sagan, I found a connection between Carl Sagan, and this is his chart right here, and the next person I'll talk about. But first, I wanted to show you here again, we're at 0 degrees of a chart, which is right at the cusp, and we are at 0 degrees Aries. Yeah, and it's the Uranus planet, another outer planet we call not a personal planet but a generational planet that's far away. And think of Uranus as something unusual and out of the ordinary, and that was where that planet is for Carl Sagan in this calculation. The weird thing is that Stephen Hawkins has a planet, Mars, his Mars, at the same exact place. And Mars moves quite readily, but we can be 100% sure that on that day, no matter what time that Stephen Hawkins was born, that his Mars would have been at 0 degrees Aries. I start to wonder, wow, so his Mars, his drive, really, so, it's like Mars is connected with drive, and, he really wanted to solve the theory of everything, where Carl Sagan talked a lot about the theory of everything. He had unusual for his time ideas about where we're from. They actually even met via video, because Carl Sagan wasn't physically in the room, but Stephen Hawkins were. And there is, for me, it just shows that there is a connection in the universe that is in correlation with people and the energy. And it's just about what I talk about, Stardust DNA, tapping into these points in our universe and drawing energy from them. Now, some people, of course, you can do this without knowing where the stars are. Of course, that's obviously what Max Loughan has done. Of course, it's probably helpful that his parents were probably really supportive of him kind of just working in the basement, thinking up things and things like that. Not a lot of our young children are that lucky to have parents that support them in that way. And that's why I think it is extremely important for children to know as early on as possible, or just to be conscious of what makes them special, what energies when they were born were prevalent to energies in the universe, and also maybe to connections with people who came before them. That's where maybe the idea of hero comes from, or looking up to somebody, or a mentor. What did they do with that energy? So that is really the second reason why I love astronomy, because it is only with this astronomy calculation that you can really, I believe, my humble opinion, start the process of tapping into this energy that has been leading us and being our compass since the beginning of time. Our sky, our night sky, our stars. So that will be all for today. Short and sweet. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, if you have any questions at all, feel free to go to the Facebook page, Sky Astrology, or also the website skyastrology.com. And of course, if you're interested in knowing exactly where your planets are when they're born and having an assessment done by myself, then you can also go to the website page, or Stardust DNA Code, where I will do a decoding of the energies at your birth time, and also give you something substantial to take away that will, I feel, help you, or be a tool, a conscious tool to have so that you can live more in the purpose of that energy, or at least be conscious of it. And you will find, once you are conscious of these things, that it is so much easier to align with them. Take care. Thank you for listening. It's been Chapeau Claudette, aka Cloudette, because I love clouds.